It's exciting. Clean slate, fresh start for everyone and the team as a whole. And being at home is nice. So you just want to have a good start and try to get off on the right foot.
What excites you the most about what you've seen in training camp and about this group going into the year?
Every group's different, and I think that's all. I think just new opportunities for lots of players, lots of opportunity across the board. So the guys are excited and prepared, and I think it's been a really good camp. So guys are ready to go.
You've been pretty vocal about your approach to this season, about some things that you want to try and do. What is your mindset, I guess, here on opening night about the way you want to start off?
I think it's just like everyone else. You just want to, try to have a good start. And, at the end of the day, the team stuff really comes first. So the most important thing is that the team structure and, the systems are in place and you execute within those. And, you're playing to win the game more than anything. And then personally from there, you just want to be ready. And, that looks different for everyone. It's game one of hopefully 82. So you just want to, have a good start, do the things that you worked on during the summer and just kind of build off it from there.
Those things coming to the forefront a bit in preseason, having the preseason over.
I felt really good in practice. I didn't really love the games, to be honest with you, but you try not to read into it too much. I believe that I'm ready just the way that everyone else in here believes that they're ready. And as a group, when the puck drops tonight, I think we'll all be ready.
What stands out with the group down the hall? That really took a big step last season.
Yeah, big step, obviously, making the playoffs and, extremely skilled, talented young team. Very dangerous offensively. And, they've grown a lot over the years, so they're, a great team here in the East.
What stands out to you about Nicholas Swan? What do you think he's going to bring to the team this year?
Yeah, he's been great. A big guy, smooth, lots of skill, but, plays the right way. So I think he has a great opportunity here to play an important role for us.
You mentioned system. How much easier is it going into year two with a great system than it was 12 months ago?
I think it's a little bit easier for everyone, and, that was a focus in training camp, just making sure that you're dialed and you know what's going on. And, as we go here, we'll make changes and adjustments, but I think, on day one, everyone's feeling good, so it's just about going out there and working hard and trying to execute.
A lot of excitement, or is it just business?
It's both. It's both. I think there's always excitement and nerves, but I think, by the time the game starts, the excitement will be up, but, by the time you get to shift 2 or 3, it just becomes business, and, that's part of the fun. I think that, it's good for guys to enjoy the day, enjoy the moment tonight, and then as we go here, I think everyone will kind of settle in and the game will just kind of take over.
Do you have a favorite part of opening night or opening day of the season?
No, I think it's always just fun. Fresh start to a season, lots of opportunity for everyone ahead and just exciting.
I feel like you always have a little bit of nerves for sure, especially like first game of the year. It doesn't matter where you're playing at. So I think it's just normal to have a little bit of nerves, but not like
Is it hard to nap sometimes, or is that easy for you?
For me, I had no issues so far, so we'll see today.
Yeah.
Toronto-Montreal is the oldest rivalry in hockey. Great game to make your debut in. Do you have any impressions from watching that rivalry from the outside before?
Not really, no. Been focused, in previous teams about our own games and stuff, so I haven't been really looking into that. And then growing up, it's a whole another different time zone, so I don't really know anything about it.
What was the best rivalry in Arizona/Utah for you guys, do you think?
I don't know if we had one like that, but maybe one of the teams that are close, like in AC, maybe Vegas or the Ducks or something. I don't really know.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
Sorry to enjoy tonight. Thank you.
You're good.
I apologize for jumping in.
You're good.
What is it that you personally are most focused on here as you make your Leaf debut tonight? Concentrating on
Just playing my own game, not let all the outside noise affect the way I play tonight. And obviously there's plays to be made out there and stuff like that, but also got to be responsible with the pucks, and I think that way the focus comes in.
There's always pressure, especially in this town, but also as a pro athlete. Do you put pressure on yourself, or can you kind of block all that and play through?
I mean, yeah, like you said, I mean, I feel like there's pressure, like always, like don't matter where you at. But I mean, obviously here you play next to Austin and Nice, like you're gonna get a little more attention. So you just gotta try to block that out and go out there and play your game.
Do you embrace that? Do you like that?
Yeah, you have to like that a little bit, or you will not do good, I don't think.
What is game one feel like? A home opener? How would you describe the energy of it?
Yeah, I think each year you kind of have the idea that you'll come back and maybe not have as many nerves and things like that, but those butterflies are always still there. You've been off for the summer. It's nice to get into the barn. But overall, just the fan, the intensity in the building is a lot more exciting. So it's always a game that you look forward to for sure.
What do you remember about your very first home opener in Boston?
Yeah. I remember just skating down to the tunnel when they called my name and just kind of being black in the eyes and not really knowing where I was going. But then you just take your first couple shifts and settle into the game. I started my career on the road, so I had 1 or 2 games that we started on the road, which was kind of nice, I guess you could say. But the energy level was definitely a lot different at home, just playing in front of fans.
Being able to take a step up, what have you learned about fans? I guess some of the playoffs last year and this year.
Yeah. I think it's great. I love being in a market where there's so much passion. You can't imagine or want to be in a different place where you would want to win. So I really appreciate the passion. It's ingrained in everybody's blood here. I see bumper stickers all the time. I see kids with jerseys at school, and I absolutely love it. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
You feel like your energy with the Jays doing what they're doing right now in the city?
For sure, and we got to go to Game 2 and kind of see that and saw the Grand Slam there. So those moments, just sporting events like that, being able to see it from the fan perspective kind of gives you a little bit of a different appreciation for when you're involved in it as well. So I've really enjoyed being a part of the city.
Is there an interaction you've had with the Wolves fan that really sticks out? The time you got recognized, you're surprised you got recognized, or anything like that?
Last year I was walking and this girl recognized me and she was like really excited, and I was wondering why she was so excited to see me, But overall, like I said, the passion is definitely there, and everybody's been great so far. And I've really enjoyed being around the people. Everybody's been nice, and it's a really good place to play.
I've been here many times before, but I'm sure even at this point in your career, tonight still hits different.
Yeah, I think anytime you get to play an NHL game, it's gonna excite you, right? Get the juices flowing. Obviously, a long summer, and boys are eager to get going. So, I mean, this is what you prepare for a few months, and start of a long journey, hopefully.
What's the message, if you can share, from a tree or cheer for both? That's the idea of inside this room being a galvanized team, one unit. Is there anything you can share with that? Because it's something you don't already know, but just the importance of it.
I think teams that win, you always look at them at the end of the year, and it seems like they're a real tight-knit group. But everyone always talks about, oh, yeah, we're a tight-knit group in here, but to do that, it takes a full year to build that, and I think you got to start with the right foot forward. You got to care more about the guy on the left and your right and across me than you do yourself, and when you get that selfless mentality, I think you got something special. So that's what we're focused on, pack-like mentality from game one, and it's a great test against a great rivalry, great team over there, and looking forward to it.
Hey, you play anywhere, we've talked about this before, but just the idea of either song or win, whatever it is for you, how do you want to try and make your impact felt the most tonight? Because I'm sure there's a bit of balance, right, of not doing too much, but also being somebody who is fully aware of the way he needs to be in order to be successful.
Yeah, I think everyone's always gets the first game jitters out of the way, right? That takes a shift or two, but then after that, it's just a normal game, just like any other one. And you got to go out and execute and get your feet moving, keep your shift short, keep it real simple, and just get back in the swing of things. I mean, it's going to be a fast-paced game. They're a heck of a club, and they got a lot of young talent, young skill, so we're going to have to match that and just stick to our game plan.
Last one for you. Too simple when we talk about identity to look at bigger and deeper, or is there maybe something that you've already noticed about this? I know we're in game one, but about your structure, your makeup, and that's identity.
I think just focusing on what we are as a group. I mean, nothing else matters. We're not going to compare ourselves to previous years. We're not going to compare ourselves to other teams. We just got to worry about what we got going in here and do our best. So I think we all have that same mindset going in here, and we're ready to go.
What are the emotions on a day today? You're ready to run through a wall, but it's also a business meeting here today. So what do you feel?
It's different because you play preseason games. It's not quite the same as a regular season, and guys have been around for a while. You play playoff games and stuff, and things are a little bit more high intensity. And this one's like you said, it's just kind of mixed feelings. There's that nerves. It's the start of a fresh season and a clean slate for every guy. So I think everybody's got that little anxiety, a little bit of nerves for that. But once the puck drops, you get a couple shifts under you, then it's back to business and start another new year. So we're excited to get going.
What's mean to you? Special. About the message of change about the importance of this room being a galvanized team.
I mean, that's just it. That's the importance is it's the most important thing. There's definitely a lot of noise playing in a big city market. A lot of opinions, a lot of stuff, and if you choose to listen to that, then that can kind of creep in, and we're not going to let that happen. And Chief and Tree both did a good job saying yesterday at our practice, he just said what matters is in this room. It's the guys in this room. It's the guys that go to war with you night in and night out. It's nobody else's opinion. None of that stuff matters. So that's just what we're prepared to do. That's what we've been preparing to do, even going back to last season. I think we took steps in the right direction, but ultimately we didn't get to where we wanted to be, and that's hosting a Stanley Cup. So I think if we do a good job just gelling as a group and having each other's backs on the ice, we're going to put ourselves in a good position to be successful.
Tell me about your line. I know you play anywhere with anyone, but tell me about what you're going to see with your opening. What do you like before a game?
I think you got glimpses of it last year. I think, and in the preseason as well, I think we all, whether it was Yarny, Lottie, Cowboy, myself, it didn't matter who was there. I think that fourth line is kind of that identity line, and we just want to play the right way, play hard. That's what Chief wants. Art on the forecheck, finish their D, kind of wear them down. So over the course of the game, those forwards that are touching the puck, they're going to think twice about making decisions because, they know there's going to be a guy coming. They know there's going to be layers, and, we're not afraid to chip in offensively too. So I think it's just kind of getting those first couple shifts under you, getting the bumps and getting engaged, getting back into that, this is regular season hockey in the NHL. And once you get a few of those shifts under you, then I think we'll be successful.
Full scouting report against you, or you against your opponent tonight. But if you are going to be successful against a team like Montreal, what you do know about them, what has to be paramount?
We got to play good defense. It's no secret that they got a lot of top-end, high-end talent, and they're young guys too, so they definitely got a lot of energy, a lot of speed and skill with the puck. I think we can take advantage of them by playing physical and stunting that speed, coming through the neutral zone and trying to hold those guys up, give our D time to make plays, clean breakouts, and then we can get on the offense, and that's where we start rumbling around, again, finishing their D and making plays. Just simple. It's not going to be too crazy, too fancy, and I don't think that's our MO. That's not really, we don't want to be dipsy doodling, with the exception of a couple guys that can get away with it, but we don't want to be too pretty, too cute. We just want to go out, play a good, hard grind game, and come out with the 2 points, hopefully.
What's your team on the hours before game one?
Well, we're all excited to get going. Camp gets long. Guys they want to play the real games, and no better way to start than playing the Montreal Canadiens.
What do you say? You guys called up Easton. I presume he's playing, but what do you say to him on opening night? What the nerves might be with him?
Relax and play. Just go play. So he won't be playing tonight. Yeah, but he's up here with us, so we're great. We're happy about that. He's here. Like I talked before about Easton. We don't want him sitting out. We want him playing. But we chose tonight that he will not play.
What did Nick Robertson do in camp to ensure that he was in the lineup?
Well, I think a lot like he did last year. I think if you look at him during training camp, the effort and the ability to score a goal when we need it. He scored goals throughout camp. Is his work ethic, tenacity. He's just a noticeable player. He came in and worked extremely hard and played well. Deserved to be on the team.
Pretty big opportunity for Maccelli right out the gate here.
Yeah.
What do you want to see from him, and how much, how many games do you give him to find that chemistry?
Yeah, that's always the question, right? And I think he had some good practice time with that line. And I've liked what I've seen in practice. Like I said, he's a good playmaker. We all know that he can pass the puck. I think that suits that line for what they have on there and how they play. Like I said, it's just going to be, we'll see how it goes, and I can't predict the future, but you know, for him, he doesn't need to complicate the game and you know, think he's always got to pass to the, you know, make a play. It's not about that. He just needs to play the game. He's got a good shot. He's shown us that he can fire a puck. He needs to shoot pucks. He needs to just play the game. He doesn't have to overanalyze it. He doesn't have to overpass. He just has to go and play. He's got to be responsible defensively. He's got to work. He's got to compete. All those things are going to determine if he can stick there and make that work or not.
What do you see on the other side tonight, Craig, with Montreal, the changes they made, and what sort of opponent are you expecting?
Yeah, well, that's a good asset getting Dobson. Obviously, he's been a good defenseman in this league. He's got a good shot, good offensive player. I mean, they're a team coming. I thought they did a great job last year and got into the playoffs, and you know, they got some good skill over there. Hudson, I can go through the lines and line up, but I don't need to do that. You know that. They got good skill, so they're going to be a challenge.
Greg, Austin Matthews has been a fast starter when he's been healthy in seasons. Where do you think he's at coming out of camp and going into the year?
Yeah, I have talked about that. He looks really good for me. Right from the beginning of the camp, I think he's been highly competitive, strong. You know, looks like he's got another gear right now for me.
What excites you the most about this group as you turn the page?
Team. I think, you know, there's been a lot of talk about that here amongst the guys, not just me. But they're a tight group right now. That excites me. They truly believe that they need everybody to be successful and that everybody's important on a team, and that's a good sign for me.
I know the same practice group as yesterday, then? Like, same group tonight?
Yeah.
You want to give Sammy Blais like a bit of a runway here, Craig?
What's that?
So you want to give Sammy Blais a bit of a runway to get used to things here and accustomed, and how do you look at that?
Yeah, I'd like to get him in a couple practices, and you know, he came in the other day, and then it's an optional skate today. It's like we need to fit him in a little bit here first.
I know that Brad Tree Living values your insight. You know, when you guys make changes, what would you say this team is as far as the kind of roster identity that you like coaching?
Yeah, no, it's like, I know there's a lot of talk about that all the time, but the pieces we added are good pieces. I mean, a guy like Dakota Joshua's got size. He plays that heavy style of hockey that you need, and he has the ability to score goals, which he did in Vancouver. You know, Nick Waugh's been a good player in this league. He's won a cup. He knows how to win. Again, great size and reach. We like that. Down the middle, right-hand centerman, which we didn't have for a couple years here, which is nice to have. And then obviously Maccelli, which I've talked about. And so they're good pieces. They're all good pieces that give us a little more size, and plus we added some skill.
Talk about your new staff with Derek coming on and how that has all worked out through camp.
Yeah, it's been great. He's got a great personality, really connects with players well, knows the game extremely well, and he's been on the winning side of things, so he knows what it takes, and it's been a great fit so far. You know, got good chemistry with our coaches.
There's been a lot of talk, obviously, about Morgan Rielly's summer and going into this season, but what about Brandon Carlo? What did you learn about him coming off the deadline in the playoffs?
Yeah, well, I knew him pretty well, you know, going back a few years and seeing him play. He's obviously a real good defender, and he's like a puck stopper, I almost call it. He just eats pucks, and whether it's a block shot or a stick. But I found he came into camp this year. He looks a lot more aggressive to me with his size and his body. You know, I think his gaps have been really good here in camp, which is important. So he's changed a little bit too, which is good.